This brand new 2021 Toyota Tundra might just be the last current gen Tundra that we review here at TFL before the brand new Tundra comes out. And this is also the all new Nightshade edition. And on this side, I have another 2021 truck. In this case, it's an F-150 with a hybrid powertrain. So in this video, I want to take this opportunity to show you exactly what you get with the Nightshade edition Tundra for 21, and also how it compares against a brand new truck, because we all know that the next gen Tundra is going to have to compete directly with this truck, just like this one. So let's get going. These two trucks are very, very different, but they almost have the same price tag. This crew cab Tundra with a short bed, it's a limited edition with a Nightshade package with a price of around $53,300. And that F-150 XL truck, which is kind of a base model, of course with premium powertrain and a couple of tech features, is just about 52 grand. So there's about $1,400 between them. So let's look under the hood and see exactly where the difference begins. I interrupt this video for this week's TFL Bids bargain. We have many cool trucks and off-road SUVs for sale, but this one is truly special. We are selling our TFL Classics project truck we call Baby Yoda. We worked for months and months with our friends and sponsors to turn this Tacoma into a very unique overland rig, and all proceeds of this no reserve auction go to a charity, in this case Mountain States Children's Home. And by the way, don't forget, you can submit your truck or SUV for sale at TFL Bids and have it go to a like-minded enthusiast and go to a good home. So check out TFL Bids using the link in the description below. I don't really have to introduce this engine to you. Under the hood of the Tundra is the 5.7 liter I-Force V8, which has quite a lot of horsepower and torque, 381 horses and 401 pound-feet of torque. And it's the oldie but goodie. Very, very durable. It's made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. So this is kind of the old school powertrain, and 14 mpg combined is basically currently worst in class for a four-wheel drive, full-size, half-ton truck. So where can Toyota take it from here? Well, let's take a look under the hood of the Ford and maybe have a guess. Although this is a work truck, basically F-150 XL trim, Ford allows you to purchase the premium powertrain, which actually I did. This is my personal truck. This 3.5 liter twin turbo V6, the EcoBoost, is mated to an electric motor, also a 10-speed automatic transmission, and total horsepower is 430 horses, which is way more than a V8, and 570 pound-feet of torque. That's almost like a diesel engine. I mean, that's a huge amount of torque. And of course, EPA rating 14 in the Tundra, 24 here. That's a huge difference. But of course, this is the latest tech. This truck also has active aerodynamics where the chin comes down at speed. It is that fancy. Of course, power and efficiency come at a price. This Power Boost hybrid engine cost $4,495 additional. When you're comparing Tundra versus F-150, the trim levels may get a little bit confusing. In Tundra speak, Limited is kind of a mid-grade, not the very high-end model, but still very, very well equipped. And the Nightshade package gives you kind of this sinister dark look with black badging, black door handles, black 20-inch wheels, black mirror caps, and overall premium interior with leather. As I already mentioned, XL is basically a work truck base trim on the F-150, and I specifically chose it for a few reasons. First, I didn't want chrome, and I didn't want to pay extra for a sport package or something else, and saved some money. Also, this XL, I chose specifically this towing mirror, which is available right here, but a special towing mirror is currently not available on the Tundra. It might be in the next generation though. And with this XL trim truck, I get basic cloth interior and rubber floor. Now let's talk about truck stuff, the payload and the towing. And actually looking at these 20-inch wheels on the Tundra, I noticed one thing already. This current gen uses a 5-lug bolt pattern you see here, but a lot of the next gen Tundra prototypes we see use a 6-bolt pattern. And I think that's because Toyota is aiming for slightly higher payload and possibly towing numbers as well. This particular truck you see here has 1,185 pounds of max payload, not very good, and about 8,800 pounds of maximum towing. 8,800 pounds is okay for towing for a half-ton truck, but the Ford has way higher capability. By the way, on the Tundra, these hoops to mount the trailer safety chains, they're way easier to reach. Nice. On the F-150 right here, because it's a base model, this is a 17-inch steel wheel with hubcaps, but a 6-lug pattern. And this particular hybrid, even though it's a little bit heavier than other F-150s, has a payload of around 1,700 pounds, more than 500 pounds more than the Tundra right there, and maximum towing of 11,000 pounds. So once again, capability on this truck is way higher, so Toyota may have to do something extra in the future to raise their specs. I have been having some issues with surface rust on my rear axle on my new truck, but this is the way that this hubcap actually goes on. It goes over those bolts. Nice. And here's a 2-inch receiver, and like I was showing you on the Toyota, on the Ford, these chain hoops are actually way underneath the truck, so sometimes it's hard to get to. All right, so let's see what you get for about 53 grand here in the Tundra. Whenever I get into this truck, I always feel at home because it just fits me quite well. The seats are comfortable and big, I have good visibility. So let's go over the controls here. So funny thing, this older truck does have a simple key, but it does have push button start. There goes the big V8. And right here immediately by the start button, I have my tow haul mode, which is kind of cool. It's a big, large button, and my integrated trailer brake controller, which is also very important for towing heavier trailers. In the Tundra here, this is basically what you get as far as screen size and interior design for the center stack. The screen is not too huge. If I put it in reverse, the resolution on the backup camera is not great. So you can kind of tell some of these elements are not maybe up to the latest standards, but everything is very usable. The climate control system has giant knobs, very easy to use. I have heated seats right there, all the other controls, and down here I have my charge ports. As you can tell, plenty of them. Regular USB, kind of a high-powered USB, my traction control button, and even a 12-volt right there. This truck reminds you that this is indeed a limited interior. Once again, kind of a mid-grade. And this center console is humongous as ever. Once again, very, very usable. Transmission shifter is right here in the center console. Very chunky lever, very easy to use once again. Another thing you get here with the limited Tundra is the sunroof. I don't have that in the Ford. But here's another thing. Let me show you the manual. Oh yeah, take a look at this owner's manual. It's chunky. It's got a giant leather book. It's really cool. But this is an example of how the Ford is different. Let me show you. All right, let's check out the F-150 interior. And Ford just redesigned the whole thing. 2021. It's the first year of the 14th gen truck, and because it's a work truck, I have a 3 in the front configuration, but it kind of limits some of my storage capacity here. This is not actually a console. I do have my cup holders, but the entire dashboard is new. Let me start it up using my actual switchblade key. This new F-150 hybrid is currently on, although the engine is not actually turning over because it's a hybrid. And it's still unknown if the next Tundra will have a hybrid powertrain of some sort, but the rumor is they will have a twin-turbo 3.5 liter V6, which is very similar to the engine that's in this truck. But let's look at some of the technology here. This being a base truck, the screen in this truck is a similar size to that in the Tundra, although a 12-inch screen is also available in the new Ford. When I put it in reverse, here's the view out back. It's a little bit more high-res, as you can tell right there, but it also has that annoying hybrid backup beep that's mandatory. This is an XL Highline package truck. As such, it has dual automated climate control system, and it's great, except with one exception. In order for me to change where the air is actually being directed, I have to push this button, and then I have to go to the screen to select the direction of the air. So it's kind of a two-step process. Down here in the Ford, I have my mode select button, this knob, and there's up to 7 different modes in this truck. I also have my 4 high and 4 low control, my trailer brake controller. Everything is at hand, kind of similar to where Toyota puts their brake controller, which I like. But of course, Toyota does not have 7 different drive modes. So here they are: Sport, Eco, Tow Haul, Normal. That's how the truck starts up. Then there's Slippery, Deep Snow and Sand. It actually selects 4 high for you, selects your locker, and does some other configuration. There's Mud and Ruts, and there's Rock Crawl. Ford offers 2 different transmission shifters. This is a column shift. They also have a console shift in some other models. And this is a cool feature because all of them are electrically assisted. So for example, right now I'm in drive, my seatbelt is not on, and let's say I forgot something and I open my driver door. Look at that. The truck is thinking for me, and it shifted to park by itself. It's kind of an interesting safety feature. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you my owner's manual in the Ford. This is it. Why is it 4 times thinner than the one in the Toyota? Ford actually offers you, for 2021 and beyond, a digital version of the owner's manual, and offers you a small supplement right here for paper version. But you could actually do a quick visual search. It sometimes actually has videos you can look up about how to use your truck. And yeah, it's actually pretty easy to use. This is not a TRD Off-Road or a TRD Pro, but the ride quality in this Tundra, even with these 20-inch wheels, is just fine. It feels good, confident, plenty of visibility. I like that. And I also have a giant fuel tank in this truck, 38 gallons, which is the largest in the segment for half-ton trucks. And of course, you know, that matches with kind of the thirst of the engine. But it gives you about 450 miles of cruising range on the highway if you're not towing anything. Let me show you a little acceleration. Oh yeah. Well, you know, it's not gonna win many traffic light acceleration tests, but still, really strong engine, and this truck can tow at its limit with confidence. Let's see what the experience is like in the Ford. The driving experience in this new F-150 hybrid is actually a whole different thing, because I can use the knob, I can put it in different modes. For example, right now I switched it to Eco. Right now both the engine and the electric motor are on, and you could see that it says battery charging. But as soon as the truck decides that the battery is charged enough, it could actually switch off and I can roll in silence. What about the ride? Well, you would think with about 1,700 pounds of payload, this truck would ride like a heavy duty. Well, it doesn't. Actually, it still has a nice compliant ride, although the stance of this truck is kind of, the rear end is up high. Just in case you load it, after you put the loader on it, the truck would become level. Right, look at this. Right now, silence. Rolling on electricity alone. You can see my tach is at 0. Okay, now I want to show you an acceleration, so I'm going to switch it to a sport mode. Right there, I'm in sport. Still two-wheel drive. The engine came on. I could hear it. But check this out. Something just fell. Okay. That was 60 right there. This truck accelerates in an amazing fashion. We recently drag raced against the Raptor, and fully stocked, this F-150 hybrid beat a Raptor in a drag race, straight up. All right, here we go.
Oh, come on, Raptor!
Ooh, doggies! How durable and dependable will this be? We don't know, because it's a brand new system, and that's also why I bought it, because I actually like new technology, testing it, seeing how it works, which is why I have this truck. But what if you're not like me and you're concerned about brand new technology like this hybrid? Well, Ford is thinking about that too, and they're offering actually an extended warranty on the electric components themselves. It's 8 years and 100,000 miles for the electric components on the hybrid, and 3 years and 36,000 miles, which is the standard warranty on the rest of the truck. So we'll see. Right now for 2021, Toyota is offering the Crew Cab Tundra only with a shorter bed option. Hopefully that will change. And they will also offer the long-awaited, longer 6.5 foot version. But once again, this is bed lined. It's very, very strong. It has a utility track system here, and it goes all the way around the 3 sides of the bed. So it's very, very handy. Additional D-rings. But this particular model does not have any sort of charging ports or actually lights to light up the bed down here. The F-150 offers a few more options. Crew cab with a shorter bed like this, or even a longer bed, of course, even in the hybrid configuration. And the bed technology continues to evolve. Ford now offers you these little windows so you can put clamps in and maybe clamp some wood or some piece of material that you're working on back here in the tailgate. They also offer you these tie downs on the tailgate now, which I've heard also can be used as a bottle opener. But this is where I think Ford is changing the game for the trucks. I got a $750 optional 7.2 kilowatt inverter system, and this is just amazing because I have 4 outlets here in the back. If you didn't have this optional system, you can also get a 2.4 kilowatt system. And then I have right there 240 volt up to 30 amps of power, which means, you know, we've tried even charging an electric car, running a small refrigerator, running some tools, a coffee maker. All of that is possible right here for about the same price as that V8 Tundra. Okay, finally, let's take a look at the back seat utility and space. And Tundra in this case, I mean, it's an older design, but it's amazingly spacious. I'm just over 6'2". I have so much space, I can cross my legs and sit in this Crew Max rear back seat. It's amazing. But what's not super amazing is this. When I lift up the seat, there's a bit of a hump right here in the floor, so there's not as much storage area back here, and there's also a hump right here where the transmission tunnel and the drive shaft are. But I do have vents and a charger right there. Oh yeah, and Tundra is still the only truck with a really cool backseat party trick, and it has to do with this glass. With one push of a button, the whole glass comes down. It's a signature of Toyota trucks, especially for the Tundra. I hope they keep this feature in the next one. In the back of the Ford, this is the Super Crew, they call it. Similar amount of space, but legroom, you know, it's a little bit, tiny bit tighter. Still, I can chill, relax. But here's the real difference. Let me show you under the seat. Okay, so similar fashion, I can lift up the seats, and you can see here I installed an aftermarket cargo carrier bin. It's very deep. I can put a lot of items in here. I also have storage back here and flat floor. But because this is an XL, I'm missing a few things. I don't have any pockets in the back of the seats. Because it's a 3-person sitting in the front, I don't have any air vents here. But I do have cup holders, and I do have quite a bit of chargers, 112 volt and also USB and USB-C, so that's really cool. But I don't have a center armrest, and actually this doesn't move. I didn't get the small opening window. This is a basic truck, but I do have rear defrost at least. So guys, what do you think? Which truck would you prefer for about 53 to 52 grand? Would it be this limited Toyota Tundra with a V8 engine, great sound, still a lot of capability, a lot of luxury features, or a more basic truck like this with way more efficiency, way more capability, especially with payload and towing, and way more speed and power? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, you can check out tfltruck.com for all the latest news, views, and independent and honest truck reviews.